Time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the give, this is Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun.
The 46-yard line.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option. But let's face it, there's no option when they score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Tucker with an extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd and short, they'll try it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Odafe Oweh with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Tua now on 1st down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They hand this off to Harris.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Odafe Oweh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Dobbins on first. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 6-man.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Watch the screen. Check.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Looking to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is incomplete. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mike, 55. Check.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Oh, yeah, that's how
And
we do
all
it.
the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now left side on the swing pass. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And even 100 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Second down and goal. Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Harris, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bilal Nichols able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. Here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week.
It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 2.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Man out.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.